So looking ahead at the schedule, we do have a test on 2 days next week, Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday will be the multiple choice test, and I think I counted there's 19 questions on that. It's all no calculator, just to make it easy to keep up with rather than switching back and forth. And then on block day, there'll be a free response, 2 free response questions. Timing should be fine because the multiple choice, I'll orient my screen to show this here. The multiple choice without a calculator, on like the real AP test, there's 30 questions, 60 minutes, so that's 2 minutes each. I'm trying to show what my thinking is for timing. So basically 2 minutes each for the no calculator multiple choice test. So for us, you're going to have 19 multiple choice no calculator questions. So that means you should have 38 minutes. I mean, I'll give you the full period, so that's 50 minutes, minus a few minutes to get started or whatever. So timing should not be an issue, or I should say it this way, timing will be more generous than the AP test. So if you're really crunched for time, then that's bad news on next Wednesday. But it will give you a feel for about how long we have. The free response questions, whether it's calculator or no calculator, are 15 minutes each. And you've seen examples of these because these are the ones that have like 6 parts to them and a lot of work to do. And so on Thursday, we'll do 2 free response questions. Could have squeezed 3 in there for 45 minutes, but that'd be a little tight. So we'll just do 2 of them. And then I'll figure out some magical curve because on the AP test, on the real AP test, if you make a 50 or so, you get a 3, make a 60, you get a 4. That's very rough. It changes every year, but roughly speaking. So I'll make that sort of equivalent to 3 is passing, 4 would be 85, 80-ish, 5 would be an A, somewhere in there. And so the percentages will be, I'll have to figure out, the magic to make that work. But heavily curved is the word of the day, or the phrase of the day for that test.
Is the dual credit final the same as our semester final?
So dual credit final is only in the spring because this is a year-long class. So it's a separate final, but that's not till May of next year. So don't worry about dual credit final yet. Because this is a practice AP test, well, that's sort of out of order. With a couple weeks left, I wanted to start reviewing for the AP test, even though we haven't covered everything that we need to cover. But this is a good halfway point. It's a good stopping point. And so we'll spend 2 full weeks sort of reviewing what we're supposed to already know. And so there's nothing new the rest of I'm not presenting anything new the rest of the semester. I'll put it that way. You probably still learn something or relearn something. But all of these are review. I've posted a review. I don't know where to put that on here. It's not due on this test day. I guess I could just write it down here. The semester review is posted in Schoology. So you can start looking at that if you want to. It's a great review. For our final in quotes, it's not really a final these days. Because if you choose to take it, it will replace a previous lower grade. If you don't take it, then I'll put a 0 in, but the grade book will kick out the lowest grade. So I would encourage you to take it, but I leave it up to you. If you're satisfied with what your grade is, then leave it alone. Maybe you need to focus on something else where you have a low grade, and you need to take a test to replace that low grade. Maybe the person or people who should take it, if you have 1 low grade this 9 weeks, you should take it because you may be able to replace it. If all your test grades are about the same, then replacing the lowest one not going to do a whole lot, unless the final is really good. Anyway, I leave it. You're smart enough to figure out if you should take it or not. Posted online already are these AP. These are the unnumbered pages in the book that are hard to find because they don't have a page number. They're at the end of Chapter 1 and the end of Chapter 2. I've posted a PDF in Schoology, so if you're online, you can look at it there. if you're in class, you can look at it there. If you're at home or whatever, and you can see how I've outlined how we'll do those problems this week. And so in class, after I answer questions and do a little intro, warm up, whatever, you'll have the rest of the time to work on those. We've done some of these, so you're not misled that, it's only 3 problems, but each of them have several parts. So my hope is that you get finished or almost finished in class every day, and this is just 2 really good weeks of review, and maybe not a lot of homework. That's the hope for this week. And again, test is next week. It's a real test. How do I phrase this? It's a practice AP test, but it's a real test grade. So don't blow it off. It's a practice AP test, but it's a real test grade that will be curved accordingly since it's a practice AP test. Semester review is posted. It's like 12 pages long, so if you want to print it out, fine. If you want to work it on your own paper and not have to print it out, that's fine too. Or you can leave it alone and not do anything with it. That wouldn't be the best choice, but I let you pick how you want to handle that. So any questions on this week, next week, test, final, sort of the plan moving forward? Emily.
Sorry, you might have already gone over this, but so are they going back to how exams used to be, where it's like you can exemplate 2 and then only do an A, or is it like last year?
No, my understanding is it's like last year.
That's fine. Great.
Where there's not an official exemption policy, but everyone is required to drop 1 test. So if you skip, then you get a 0, and then it gets dropped.
Okay, cool.
So, we have an exemption policy, kind of. But it's like last year. So there's no grade or attendance requirements that go with it either. Good question. Anything else?